What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So, show off. Show off, show off, show off. Listen, man, I just need to address some things real quick. And what I'm not going to do is go to war with brothers over a raper man. It's not going to happen. But I need to address some real things, and I'm going to address these real things. Because I know sometimes brothers just say things and they don't really be thinking about what they say. And sometimes people do know exactly what they're saying when they say the things they say. I also can understand sometimes in the battle rap community, people can irritate you so bad to the point that you just don't care and you just say things because it's like, what's up, what's up? So I don't know the nature of how the conversation came about or what went on, but I do want to address some things, and I'm going to have a clear head on this situation. However, I got to talk about some things. Show off take to, what's this, Twitter or Instagram? And he put up this post. He said, well, first thing first, me being solid is never in question. See, this is what I mean. I try to be careful when examining things because apparently some conversation was already taking place between him and somebody. I don't know who the somebody is, but it was already a conversation taking place between the two for him to say, well, first thing first, me being solid is never in question. So that just let me know that somebody was holding him, basically confronting him on if he a stand-up solid dude. I don't know how that conversation went, but this is what he addressed him first. Then he say second, Chris Unbias. So that also lets me know that may have been the nature of the discussion that led to him saying him being a man is never in question. But he say, second of all, Chris Unbias is innocent, period. Okay, I want to be careful when he says this because he probably just be going by, okay, this is a black man, I'm a black man. Until this man is proven guilty in the court of law, to me, he is presumed innocent. Okay, hold on. So let's read. So he say, Chris Unbias is innocent, period. I wasn't one of the weirdos treating him like he was guilty before he was found guilty. Okay, so that's the thing I want to address too. When you say I wasn't one of the weirdos treating him like he was guilty before he was found guilty. Okay, I took offense in this statement right here. But again, I don't know who he arguing with to piss him off to say what he said he was saying. So I just try to be level-headed on this. But that right there, I took offense to as a result of when it comes to his case, for the most part, I'm the one been covering this from the jump. Okay, the right way. The right way. I'm the number one head dude been covering this. So when this statement is made and they say I wasn't one of the weirdos treating him like he was guilty before he was found guilty, we're going to address this. He said, just like the boom, I didn't cut him off until after I found out it was true. So I get that. Like I said, I'm going to keep a clear head on this and not allow emotions to get involved with what I'm about to say. He said, just like boom, I didn't cut him off until after I found out it was true. I think you are a weirdo for putting a label on an innocent person just because they were accused. I could get that to some degree. Show off. So I'm going to say some stuff, then I'm going to hold you accountable to some things. I'm sure people in your lifetime called you a liar when you were being honest. Or hold on, he said, I'm sure people in your lifetime called you a liar when we being honest, when you were being honest. Okay, they called you a liar. I think that's what he meant. They called you a liar when you were being honest, or a thief when you didn't steal. Yeah, that's what he meant. Anything or a cheater when you didn't steal anything, or a cheater when you were being faithful. Accusations aren't guilt. That's a fact. Everything he's saying so far is a fact. Now, DK me. I think that meant do. Now, do me a favor and unfollow me and stop watching anything I'm on. I don't want friends like you. I don't want fans like you. I don't want fans like you. Okay. So for the most part, I do understand what he's saying to some degree. To some degree. However, I have a problem with some of the things he's saying. First of all, at this date and this time, if you're gonna be going out on the line, out on a limb for somebody and standing by them, you better know the facts yourself. You better look into those documentations and background yourself before you put your name, family, reputation, business on the line for a person of this type of crime. You have to understand this man was indicted on a grand jury of 23. Okay? There are 3 rape victims that he is actually being charged with. And there's another woman who actually, the Hispanic woman, that he's actually being looked into of raping also at the time of all these other rapes. Okay? So we're not going to play them games. So we dealing with 4 different women. 4 different women who don't know each other, all saying the same thing about this man. So we're not going to play these games. I get when you say a person is innocent to proven guilty in the court of law. But however, in the court of public opinions, it is entirely different when this man have already been proven and caught up many times of being a liar and lying to the community and the public. Let's go into some things. You're innocent to proven guilty in the court of law. But in the court of public opinion, things are different as a result of what's being presented. When he first got out of jail, he released a redemption blog explaining the whole situation, by which many of us was in the dark about because there was no paperwork to challenge the things he was saying out of his mouth. Therefore, we're hearing from the rapist doing what he's supposed to do as a rapist to be safe, protect himself, twist everything up, put himself in a good light to make it seem as though as a black man, he's being falsely, wrongfully accused. So what does he do? He gives us the raper man side of innocence. Since there's no victims that come forth, since we have no paperwork, and all you have is a blogger who many of you grew fond of, who many of you thought was cool, who many of you figured was a stand-up right dude, when in reality, when the cameras cut off, this man had a full-blown rape operation going on, raping women, taking them against their will, with guns, knives. And I'm putting a link to the paperwork in this blog. So that's why I'm going to hold you accountable for, Showoff. And don't act like you didn't see this. Don't act like you didn't hear this. Because again, if you're going to go out on the line for him, you better know what you're going out on the line for. You're going to be treated just like him. I'm going to put the link to his paperwork, real government documentations in this video with your name on it. So you have no excuse looking into these files and paperwork. And I think that's ignorant of you, considering to be a smart black man. Hold on, wasn't you doing some type of advocate government stand-up thing for the community? Okay, well, you really finna be held accountable then. Now, let's go into some things. So those that innocent to proven guilty in the eye of the public was taken away from him when he was found to be a liar on everything he was saying. Listen, everything he was saying, because now we got the documentation and paperwork to go back to what he was saying and line it up with the paperwork to prove he had hoodwinked the whole community and lied to everybody. Let's get off into some things. When he did the redemption blog, he was trying to paint the picture that he was being charged with these different rapes because he fit a description without no evidence. That's what he said out of his mouth. He said they were putting charges on me because I fit a description. Well, come to find out in the paperwork, the rape charges that they put on him was a result of his DNA being linked to these victims that he also said he didn't even know. He said he didn't know Shannon, never seen her before ever. Only to come to find out it was Shannon's DNA first that actually linked him to the other rape victims, because that was the one he raped first. Left his DNA on her. She took his DNA to the hospital wearing it immediately after he was done raping her, and they took his DNA and put it in a system. 2 years later, 2 more rape victims get raped back to back, Friday night and Saturday night. Kiera Simmons, Karen Hill. Both saying the same thing with the description of Chris Unbias in his vehicle. He didn't have no mask on, so they was able to identify him. And he also left his DNA in Karen and Kiera Simmons, which was another link to Shannon. So he was charged because his DNA was found in and on these women. For him to say he didn't know them or wasn't around them. So that innocent to proven guilty in a court of public opinion was thrown out. When he made the statement that he was throwing a party and was hiring strippers to do this party, his innocent to proven guilty was thrown out in the court of public opinion when the paperwork documentation proved that was never a party. That's why he can't show you a video. He can't show you a clip. So he threw a party in this era of all type of gadgets and cameras, and you don't have video recordings of your strippers at your party, busting it open, getting down, you record everything else, you're a blogger. So that was thrown out in the court of public opinion. When he tried to say that because he was black, he was being railroaded by a white institution trying to exploit and capitalize off the George Floyd situation during the time we were going up against police brutality and excessive force against blacks. He used that as a means to get people to sympathize and accept him by trying to present he was being railroaded by a white government in these rapes because he was a black man, only to find out through the documentations and paperwork the head investigators and detectives in this rape case is black. It's black, not white. So this wasn't a black and white thing. And the victims he raped is black. It's black. So that was thrown out of the window. So his innocent to proven guilty is thrown out in the court of public opinion. When we prove that he was forcing and forging fake documentations of telling y'all his charges was dropped. He's not going back to court. When he go back to court, when the courts open back up, his lawyers is getting the charges dropped. That was back in January. We are in the middle of September. Courts have been open. His lawyer has been going to court on his behalf every month. Charges is not dropped. Now he go from saying that the charge was going to be dropped to now he got to go to trial and he's going to beat this case. Lie after lie after lie after lie. Then he said blood wasn't found in his truck. Only for us to now have the paperwork proving they found the victim's blood in his truck, by which he self-admitted to stabbing the woman also. a 50-year-old lady who now is 60. You have no excuse. And for you to say people are weirdos for holding him accountable, you have no excuse for that neither. You have no, let me tell you what the weirdo is. The weirdos are those who trying to protect him and not hold him accountable. It's reverse, brother. Not the ones who actually see and actually examine and went through the paperwork, who know not to stand with a creep and jerk like this. So the weirdo is the brothers who actually is standing with this man, who actually is trying to come to bat for this man, who ain't went through the paperwork, which is another stupid, ignorant thing to do. If you're going to make such a stand like that, you better know what the hell you talking about. Can you have a conversation with me about this man case? Hell no, you can't. Do you know enough about the case? It's obvious you don't. But if you do, then now I got to look at you. Now I got to look at you. You know why? Because if anybody going to stand behind this, it says a lot about them, and they need their background looked into too. And you know what I come to find out in this battle rap community? A lot of y'all got some nasty, shady, terrible things, dark things in y'all background. This battle rap community is full of undercover homosexuals, Satanists, women abusers, pedophiles, liars, haters, God haters, atheists. So I'm not surprised by none of these actions. I am not surprised by none of these actions. And the things people are saying out of their mouth, especially concerning situations and things like this. You can never call me a weirdo for breaking this clown down and exposing him for who he is and proving he's a liar before the whole entire battle rap community. I question why y'all not offended that this man have been lying to y'all all this time. You the one who saw him. You the one who saw him. Why are you willing to risk it and put it all on the line? This man ain't your blood family. This man ain't from your block in your neighborhood where you from. You've seen this man coming and going. So why would you risk it all? And what I find out again, either people are just that damn dumb, stupid, ignorant, and don't care, or people just like him. Or you just like him. That's the only way I can see this, that you're just like him when you're willing to take a stand for him. That's just the fact. I don't see nothing in between. And it show you dumb as hell. You would be dumb as hell to go out on the line and vouch and stand for this when you haven't examined the paperwork. Because the paperwork will put y'all all to shame who so-called standing with him. But again, why aren't y'all offended that y'all the ones he been lying to? Why aren't y'all offended that he actually put himself in a position to be embraced and accepted by y'all when knowing he been lying to y'all? Why that don't bother y'all he been lying to y'all? Why y'all not bothered he showed and produced y'all false documentations and paperwork and been lying to y'all? Why that don't bother y'all? Why that don't bother y'all as fathers, as spouses, as black men and advocates for the community, that this man literally raped these 3 black women? Y'all ain't stupid. Stop acting damn dumb. Ain't no 3 women at 3 different times all agreeing to the same thing about the same person, and none of these women don't even know each other, like he's some rock star. He not no star. He not no popular person that they could put this on him and gain and benefit from it. What do they benefit in saying what this man did to them? They ain't getting no money. They ain't getting no popularity. What do they gain? They don't even know he a damn battle rap blogger. What do they gain? They don't gain nothing. Y'all are some dumbass people and ain't paying attention. Claim to be so smart, but ain't using your smarts. Claim to be so tough and gangster, but won't confront the monster. What are you talking about? How that's real? Please explain that to me. What's so real about that? That ain't real. Oh, you know, a brother is innocent to proven guilty. Get out of here with that trash. I can see if it was one woman, then yeah, you may have an argument in that case. This ain't one woman. It's another woman, and another woman, and another woman. Not including the other women that didn't put charges on him that he sexually assaulted. Like the one woman who confronted Mickey Fax, who Mickey Fax said he knew. And she told him, you know me? He grabbed my titties and my breasts without my permission. And I snapped on him about it. What about that? What about the woman at the RBE event that had no knowledge of the seriousness of his charges, that he was secretly video recording and zooming in on her private parts? Already indicted serial rapists. You think these games? You think this a joke? You think this some buddy homie stuff? No, player, it's not. So either you dumb, stupid, just don't give a damn, or you just like them. There's nothing in between. Because the person with sense don't speak out that ignorantly on a matter such as this. Or you just don't care. Which is okay. Because then now it takes for people to look into your background. Because those who protect him is just like him. That's what you would find out. That's what you would find out. And I'm willing to bet in some way or another it's the truth. But what you people don't know is that y'all was sharing his sins. That's what you don't get. You may not go to jail like he's going to go to jail, but you will suffer in other ways, whether in your body, whether in your finances, whether in your family, whether in your community. You will suffer and also share in his sins as being a person who co-signing it. It makes you just as guilty, especially when you speaking in ignorance and ain't even looked into it. All you niggas who actually be trying to take a stand with him, and I say niggas because you can't be a black man, have you looked into the paperwork? Don't give me this innocent trash when he forfeited that with all the lies he's been saying. And if he's saying all these lies, that's a sign of guilt. That's a sign of guilt. He told y'all he was free. How? You ain't stupid. You ain't dumb. You say you a street dude, right? Well, I am too. He said he was free. You know the difference between being on a damn $100,000 bond and being free. You know there's a difference, right? If you free, your charges should be dropped. They shouldn't be still pending, hanging over you, and you on your damn way to trial. No, you're on bond. You're not free. There's a difference. None of the charges have gone. When you still can type up his name and see his pending charges, you're not free. Your charges ain't dropped. Nothing is dead docketed. These are 6 active cases that they are actually been involved in every month, faithfully. And he's on his way to trial. They already offered him a plea deal like you always get offered before trial. Ask him how much his plea deal was. Ask him if they dropping the charges or is he going to trial? Because he already confessed. We finna beat this case, which means he going to trial. He not finna beat nothing. He's saying what a raper man supposed to say to keep people off his ass. And it's brothers like y'all that's actually making it easy for him. And when y'all say this stuff, I ain't gonna cut him off until he proven guilty. Guess what? That wouldn't be your choice no more. Because when he's found guilty, you're not gonna see him. You're not gonna see him again. You're not gonna see him again. When they find him guilty in the court of law, if he don't Tech 9 his damn self, they immediately taking him in custody. His bail will be forfeited and they taking him in custody. Therefore, you will never get to talk to him. You will never get to confront him. You will never get to say why you so-called lied to me, because you weren't man enough to say it now. So a scapegoat. These ain't nothing but intelligent ways to actually cower out. That's all it is. Intelligent ways to cower out being afraid to confront the truth when the truth is in your face and you don't want to see it. You know how long this paperwork been out here? Paperwork been out here? Why you ain't looking to it? If you're going to stand with a rapist, look into the paperwork. Because again, you either just like him or you just don't give a damn. And those are the only options that's left. Either you don't care, so that's why you didn't look into the paperwork to actually stand with a raper man who's been proven to be a liar on every level, or you just like him. That's the real truth. And like I said, when brothers get to doing back checks on y'all guys, you're going to find out in some way or another you just as guilty. You just as guilty. Because I don't see no real man, no real black man, no real advocate, no real father, no person with integrity, no person with morality, co-signing, standing with this, knowing the truth and the details of the facts at hand. He lost those rights when the victim came forward. And she did a video saying, if I die, I want everybody to know my rapist, Chris Unbias, killed me. He lost those rights. Y'all just don't care. Because you just like them. So we're not going to play these games. And it's sad to even be having conversations like this. Y'all won't even hold the man accountable to his own actions. Y'all won't even call the man out on all the lies. Y'all watch this stuff. Y'all see everything going on. You just don't give a damn. Because you just like them. That's what all this comes down to. It's the hate for women. It's the hate for children. It's the hate for God that got y'all doing what you're doing right now. That's all it is. But it first starts with the hate for God. Your hate for God puts you in a position to stand with a rapist, to stand and not be ashamed, to go public and say the things you would say. And as a black man, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of anybody who stands with this. Anybody who try to make up excuses for this. We are in a community where you are rewarding a raper man who raped 3 black women. And we are rewarding him with money, praise, positions, VIPs. We are honoring a known raper man. This stuff ain't secret. That's very shameful. And this is one of the reasons why as a people we terrible and we always at the bottom of everything. This is why. He lost those rights in the court of public opinion. We not stupid. It's funny how people want to be street and real when it comes to other situations, but you want to be blind and ignorant when it comes to this. You could be smart on the dope game. You could be smart on the block. You could be smart in politics. You could be smart in this, but you acting ignorant to this rape. You acting ignorance to these lies. Which brings me to question, why are people doing this? Like I said, you either don't care or you just like him. This guy either having sex with you guys or this man paying y'all off. Because I don't see nobody willing to risk everything for a known indicted rapist. who have been proven to be a liar over and over and over again. That's why it's easy to break this clown down. I'm going to keep breaking him down. And I'm not going to stop. And ain't nobody going to make me stop. And I'm going to start putting you niggas in the same pot with him. Because it seems like y'all just like him. That's all this thing. That's all this is. And it need to be brought to the forefront. Because this is why these men keep on raping. Because people try to sweep it under the rug and be quiet about it. And as long as a person quiet about it, people don't know about it. And if people don't know about it, then he continue to come around them. And when he come around them, he get close to them. And when he get close to them, then he's able to hurt them again. You expose rape. You don't sweep it under the rug. You don't be quiet about it. You expose it, bring it to the forefront to bring awareness. So the weirdos is the ones who don't want to expose it, who don't want to bring it to the forefront, who don't want to hold them accountable, who want to ignore the truth, who don't want to look into the paperwork. So if y'all cowards enough to not want to do it, then shut the hell up by the ones who not ain't. Shut the hell up and just move out of the way. And let us continue to break it down and do the job that y'all afraid to do and won't do. But at the same time, posing as being fathers and men of honor and men of position who advocates for the community. Get up out of here. Stuff terrible. With that being said, man, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's a question. It's yours.
One thing I respect about Battle Truth, and I will say this. When I got locked up, he said I was guilty. When I was in jail a year, he said I was guilty. When I was in jail 2 years, he said I was guilty. When he heard I was coming out, he said I was guilty. When I got out, he said I was guilty. And even right now, he said he kept the same energy.